Hi everyone, this is Robin from ROGTK. This is our Tech Tuesday training, and this week we have a special guest. We have Taylor Somera from Realty One Group. She is going to be talking about ONE Luxe, which is Realty One Group's one luxury brand. So Taylor, take it away.
All right. Hi, everyone. Well, thank you for inviting me here to talk to your agents or your brokers. I know brokers in Washington about the ONE Luxe program. So I'm going to share my slide, go through some PowerPoint, but I also want to go through some of the platform if my internet cooperates today and show you how easy it is to make some marketing materials with ONE Luxe. And feel free to interrupt, ask questions as they come up in your mind. I don't mind that. Okay. I need actually sharing capability.
Okay, so let's see if I can take it from Isaac. Give me 2 seconds.
Nope, I've got it.
Rachel, you're the host.
I've got it.
So Taylor, I think a lot of our agents don't 100% know what ONE Luxe is. They don't know what the standards are that they need to meet in order to become ONE Luxe, and then they don't know what the benefits of being ONE Luxe are.
Sure, and we will go through that. So we'll go through what the ONE Luxe program is, what it means, some characteristics of a ONE Luxe agent, and then go into how would you actually become a ONE Luxe member, and what do you get when you become a ONE Luxe member.
Awesome, thank you.
Is there a different way I can have you share your screen without making you the host? I don't think so.
A co-host or screen?
So when you hit share screen, Rachel, you should be able to have multiple participants share.
I got it. Gotta be smarter than Zoom.
Okay, there we go. Here's the screen I'll share. Okay. Let me just find the chat real quick and put it somewhere in case anyone rocks in there. Okay, so the ONE Luxe program by Realty One Group International. So we're going to go through a little bit about the program overall, and I'm going to try my best to clearly state to you how you would become a ONE Luxe member and what the benefits you get for your business and the different tools that you get access to. But I want to start with just talking about luxury and what it means to just kind of differentiate ONE Luxe from Realty One Group and the brokerage. So if we're thinking about in our lives, just what luxury means, what words come to mind, we often think about there's typically a price point that separates something from not luxury to luxury, right? But there's also like an emotional experience. There's an aesthetic, there's a level of service, of feeling that an expectation when you're engaging with a luxury service or a luxury experience. So we went through that practice with the marketing team when we were developing the ONE Luxe program. And these are some of the words that stood out. So ONE Luxe is refined, it's exceptional, it's affluent, premier, unique, untraditional, remarkable, and sophisticated. Is that a question?
No, apologies. Someone just jumped into the meeting. I think his mic was on temporarily.
And the brand purpose. So the brand purpose behind the ONE Luxe brand is luxury real estate. This is written by our communications team. So luxury real estate is distinct, refined, exceptional. ONE Luxe by Realty One Group International brings a whole new level of wow to the experience of buying and selling real estate. So it's the same experience that you give to your agents today, but it's just a little bit elevated for that luxury client, right? These premier properties are appreciated and savored for their high-end design, craftsmanship, and opulence. So that's the difference in the property. You guys are all real estate agents. You sell things from land to commercial to leases, rentals, standard homes, and then sometimes you come across some luxury homes. And the purpose of a ONE Luxe program is to be able to give you that differentiated program for your business to stand out in your area and to compete with other luxury agents, as well as to attract a luxury clientele and to be able to work with someone who wants to sell their home that is truly a luxury home and say, you know what, I have this special program for you. Your home fits within these guidelines and we're going to market it in this way because it's going to be the best way to attract the buyer that we're looking for your home. And that's kind of like the purpose, the brand purpose and the goal behind the ONE Luxe program. So we're the unbrokerage. We're bringing an untraditional approach to the sophisticated world of luxury real estate. The next thing I want to go through is just, I want to talk, so we talked about the brand and what it means to be luxury. We want to talk a little bit about the mindset of a typical luxury agent, because this plays really into how we built the program. This, I think, is your mindset in general, but I think it's helpful to just kind of go through this and say it out loud. So some characteristics of a luxury agent is they're the market expert. What we really mean by this for luxury is that you know what the median price in your area is, and you know what qualifies as a luxury property. And so from corporate, our guidelines to your brokerage is 2 to 2.5 times the median. So I did a quick search, and I can actually show you this search. I could probably just pull my screen over. I did a quick search for median price for homes sold in Tacoma right now. And right now is an interesting market. Something we were talking about right before I hopped on here is like homes are selling at like way higher prices than ever before. So you might want to kind of maybe look at a little bit more of what your standard market looks like. But the median list price and home sold price is between 400 and 420,000 in the Tacoma area.
That's actually not that far off from what it normally is. That's maybe
Okay.
20K higher.
Oh, good. I know in certain pockets, in certain markets in areas, homes are selling for like crazy amounts higher than they ever should be.
It's so random here. It's banana.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what that does for us later on. But if we were to take a look at this, a median price, and we were to times that by 2, that would bring us to about 800,000. 2.5 brings us closer to $1 million. So I went ahead and checked that with the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing, and they have a threshold as well. Oops, to see what your area is. And you guys can help me define this because I want to make sure I'm looking at the right area. But I think it's helpful for me to just show you this because this is the same practice you'll go through as an agent, understanding your area. So if you go to the luxuryhomemarketing.com and click on Beyond the Training, Luxury Threshold, you can dive into Washington. And then this is a picture of your state, right? I was trying to find Tacoma, and I think it's in between King and
there
Pierce.
you go. There you go. Pierce County, that's us.
Okay, you're Pierce County. So the luxury threshold is right around where we said it. It's actually a little bit lower. And this threshold is what qualifies you for an external designation, Certified Luxury Home Marketing, which I'll dive into later. But if you're wondering what the threshold for your area, if we're just looking at Tacoma, this is what you would do. Find the median, times it by 2, or go to the Luxury Threshold Institute, and you'll see what that threshold is. You'll see it jumps up much higher because I think you guys are on the border of this.
We do service King County as well.
So in King County, it's a little bit higher. And if we have questions on that, another thing I did, because I'm like, okay, does this seem valid? Like we give you guys guidelines, and Robin, as the one of the leaders in the company, you know, this is where you guys can dive deeper and say a specific threshold. Like if it's easier for your brokers to understand that luxury for our office means $750, then you're welcome to set that. But since we're servicing you on a national basis, it's easier for us to say median times 2. But I took a look at, and I wrote some numbers down. So right now you guys have about 723 active listings in the Tacoma area, according to Realtor.com. And if I were to segment that at 750 and above, that's about 100 listings that qualify under luxury in your area. So there's a huge opportunity there. And then it goes back to prioritizing that group when you're representing one of those listings and being able to offer the luxury brand to that group because they are exceptional among the other 600 homes that are available. Does that clarify some stuff?
Yeah, that makes sense. We were wondering about the threshold because one of our agents is looking to apply, but they have sold the right amount in order to apply.
Oh, that's awesome. And the second piece of going back into the characteristics of a luxury agent is knowing the community. So it goes back to being the expert. So not only are you the market numbers expert, but you also know the community. So you know there's possibly like luxury pockets within your county, you know, an area that you might be trying to market to. So where are people moving into that area? If there's a new luxury community, where are people moving out of one to the other? You're really the market expert. And you're just watching that, and you know the community, you know the types of people, you know. One example would be like Los Angeles County, our trainer who does the ONE Luxe training for us, Kofi Narte. He graduated from UC Berkeley and the football star. He has relationships there, and he's grown his business through celebrities and athletes. And so that's his community. That's who he's going to market to, and that's what he's going to talk about. Whereas in Washington, in your area, the luxury group probably looks a lot different than the luxury group down here in LA, right?
Very, very different. Even in the pockets that we do have luxury, like Gig Harbor versus Tacoma luxury, there's different feelings within those communities as well.
So a luxury agent, one who is certified, trained, and positioning themselves as a luxury agent to win business, for that, you're going to know that community. I think you all probably have a good grasp on it, but that's what you want to think about when you're building your luxury business. And then there's looking and acting the part, and this isn't faking it until you make it. It's building that know, like, and trust factor, looking and matching, you know, your branding that you're putting out there, as well as the community that you're going after. So if you are going for that, you know, C-suite CEO leadership mentality, you probably do want to wear your full suit and kind of be within that community. And then marketing thoughtfully. This goes back to how you market a home that is maybe not luxury, or how you market a land, or how you market your rental opportunities versus your $1 million home opportunity. You're going to put a little bit more investment into it. It doesn't have to be monetary investment, but you are going to make double to 2.5 times the commission on this home, right? It probably qualifies for more digital ads, better quality print marketing, and the stuff that you're going to send out to market that property. And the last piece of our program is, or not the last piece of your program, but another important piece is your network is your net worth. So we're creating a community, a group of like-minded agents who want to focus on luxury, to talk about the types of things and the types of situations you might get into when you're working with an affluent client, and to just be able to to talk about different ideas, to go to networking events together, to grow your guys's network. And so those things that I just talked about, that's really what the one-day training dives into, but it goes so much deeper into it. And the trainer that we've chosen to do all of our one-day trainings, his name is Kofi Narte, who I just mentioned. He's with an independent, but he's so good at like Q&A and bringing real life examples that, like, that's why I'm not training the ONE Luxe group, because I am not a real estate agent. He has tons of years of experience to bring those examples, to talk about different situations he's been in the luxury sphere where he's grown his business. And our promise as a ONE Luxe group is ONE Luxe sales professionals are trained, certified, and experienced in the luxury market. So everything we just talked about, ONE Luxe sales professionals will never compromise on quality. Excellence is at its core. We represent homes, lives, and dreams. We lead an emotional purchase in the quest for personal satisfaction called the ONE Luxe treatment. So we focus on the power of the experience, and always show transparency about why and what we are doing. Something to remember, ONE Luxe is a lifestyle. So it's all about every piece of the transaction, every communication you're having, how you represent yourself through your communication, through your marketing, through your presence for that client. That's going to really create what defines you as a ONE Luxe agent. Some of our brand values is aesthetic design, storytelling, rarity, craftsmanship, uniqueness, and then the service. So now diving deeper into like really what is the program, what do you get, and how do you become a ONE Luxe member? We have 4 pillars to our program. Education is a huge piece. I think it's one of the most important pieces to go through that luxury training and to experience that, to ask the questions, to kind of just dive deeper and like think about that training from a luxury perspective, and then to have access to that training and ongoing training throughout your luxury membership is how you're going to better yourself and grow your business. Because that's kind of why you want to become a luxury agent, right? You're looking to maybe grow your business in a different area or transform your business or attract a new clientele. There's obviously the marketing. It is another brand. So it's a sub brand that you're able to use for luxury properties and for your own personal branding in conjunction with Realty One Group. So it's not its own brokerage. I want to be really clear about that. It's just a branding program. The networks. So again, communicating and conversing with like-minded agents, that's going to bring you opportunity. I'm hoping that, you know, after a year or two of the One Luxe program, everyone can say by being a part of One Luxe, you know, I got 1 or 2 more transactions. How amazing would that be if we're really creating that community between you guys? And then the support. So it's in conjunction with Realty One Group. So the level of support that you get from Realty One Group, how you're able to send a ticket through One Support and get it routed to anyone at our corporate team and hopefully get quick responses, that support level is always going to be there for you. So our training partner is the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing. It's a little bit about them. They did a study. People who have this training, they're the #1 training for luxury in the real estate space. So people who have this training also earn more. One thing that's really great about them is they spend a lot of dollars marketing to consumers as well. So by holding that CLHMS, consumers that are wealthy, they partner with Wall Street Journal, know about the CLHMS. So they know to work with a realtor that has a CLHMS designation because they're trusted, they're trained, and they know what to do for their investment properties or their luxury properties. So that's one thing that's fantastic about them. For our program, I think it's the next slide. Yes, for our program, all you need to do is complete the training. That's what this little book at the light bulb is. Complete the training and then email into One Support, let them know you completed the training. We'll give you access to the One Luxe program. You have the rights to use One Luxe. You can use it to market yourself. You can say, I am now a One Luxe member. You can use some of the branding to do like lead generation campaigns to attract new luxury buyers. And you can use One Luxe marks on properties that qualify. Going back to the beginning of the conversation, your qualification is about 750, 800,000 in the Tacoma area. It goes up when you get to the Seattle or King area.
I also want to emphasize that we do have properties of that price range that are not in the best of shape. Agents, please keep in mind that luxury is also how it looks and its price point. So even though it's historic North Tacoma, but it's been flipped poorly or it's got a wall coming down, we don't really want to put the One Luxe look on that.
Thank you for bringing that up. That is fantastic. And it goes both ways. You might have a home in a gated luxury community that is ideal for a luxury buyer, but it's going to be like a flip. They're going to renovate it. We have partners to help you, design things that show the renovation opportunity of this home. You can work with your, I get confused with the word broker, Robin. Since the agents are also brokers, do you call the broker a broker, or is there another word for the broker?
So we have a designated broker, which is Isaac, and then we have the managing broker, who's Craig Tuttle.
There you go.
I know it's a lot. It's a weird verbiage. Most of the country just calls people agents. So yeah. In Washington, we're actually not a part of NAR, but people call us realtors, people call us agents, people call us brokers. We sell homes. That's what we do.
Yeah. You're like, we can sell your home. So when you're in situations on either side of that spectrum, like it's ideal, it's ideal for a luxury investor and you want to market it that way. And that's what you feel is right for this property. Just work with your designated broker or managing broker to market it properly. And on the flip side, just because it fits the price range, if it's truly not luxury, I wouldn't jeopardize yourself using the luxury brand, because that next client you go to and you tell them how special it is to be able to use this luxury brand, and they look at your portfolio and see that you've used it on properties that don't aesthetically look luxury, that kind of hurts your selling point there for the program, right? So you want to think about how you're using it and be strategic in the way that you're using luxury. Another thing I should mention is that land doesn't qualify as luxury. So it's only for properties. To become a ONE Luxe member, complete the training. We host the training quarterly. We also have, you can sign up for the training at any time. You go to luxuryhomemarketing.com/ONE Luxe. You can go to the marketplace to click on this tab, or you can go to the One Resource Guide to click here. You can sign up for a training at any time, any of these options. Now, our one-day quarterly trainings, you would click right here to learn more about when that next date is.
So
The other ones
beyond
are
that,
self-paced
guys,
online.
so that is sort of the first part of payment. That's the training. It is not the same as applying for ONE Luxe and becoming a ONE Luxe agent. Different costs.
You pay for the training, complete it, and then let help desk/one support know that you completed that training, and you become a ONE Luxe member. We'll give you a certificate and we'll give you access to the ONE Luxe community. By completing the training, you also get a full year membership to the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing with a lot of benefits in that I do, if we have time, I'll go through because I know that we're getting close to time. And then the second piece, if you want the CLHMS, that designation that I talked about that's nationally recognized, that's where you would need to submit an application and get approved. And the criteria for that application is to help someone buy or sell 3 homes within the top 10% of your market, which we looked at the threshold is 750 in your area, within, there's a big typo here, within a 2-year period, not a 2-month period.
I saw that and I was like, so the agents we have for Luxe, I don't think apply anymore. So we got to work on that.
Yeah, within a 2-year period. So if you were to sign up and do the training today, tomorrow, next week, and you know that you just sold a property that's above that price range, and maybe you have one that you're working on right now, you would be like halfway there. You just need to do 3. You can go backwards a month. You're just going to show proof of that. You can go backwards a whole year if you already did that because this year's been so great to you. You can qualify right off the bat for CLHMS. So you submit the application online. You go to the same website, be on the training, earn the CLHMS designation, and there's step-by-step how to submit your application. You download some form and you fill it out, submit it. It takes them about 5 days to let you know if you qualify. It doesn't cost you to submit your application. So what we see is sometimes you might not have this qualification yet. You'll join the ONE Luxe, you'll complete your training, get access to it, start marketing yourself, start thinking about your business a little bit differently and taking what you learned from the training to create a new strategy for your business. Like for example, we had this agent in South Carolina. She went through the training and they were talking about like other groups that you might be a part of and things you could think about to grow your business. And she previously was an attorney and never thought to, lean back on her attorney networking groups and talk about the fact that she's a real estate agent. And now she has a referral program going through and she's increasing her business that way. So taking some of the strategies you learn in the training to grow your business, and now she's earned the CLHMS. You can apply for the CLHMS at whatever time you think that you probably qualify for it. And then once you become a member, whether you're holding CLHMS or you just complete the training and become a member and you're working toward your CLHMS, there's a few property guidelines. These are recommendations from us. Your designated broker might have a more specific guideline for you. I'll let Robin speak to that. But it talks about when you have a property, including property presentations, professional photography, and quality image editing. So if you're using the luxury brand, we really don't want to see, I would say you don't want to see cell phone images. We just don't want to see poor quality cell phone images. Our phones are really good.
Images.
Our phones are, yeah.
I'm sorry, you need to pay a photographer because they're going to edit it right. They're going to fill light. They're going to crop things right. If you have a luxury listing and you do not use a professional photographer, we will have a chat. That's not cool.
There you go. And I agree with that. I think it should be a professional photographer. They know the angles, they're going to do the editing, everything's going to look cohesive. And then I don't know what additional.
Sorry, not to be like a jerk, but you know, my position here, I am the brand ambassador for our office. So everything that gets printed, everything that gets designed goes through me. I am especially stringent about luxury because you're not just representing yourself, you're representing the other luxury brokers in the office, and there will be no cutting of corners.
You are representing everyone. You're representing the whole program and the brand, which will bring you more business in the future if you're representing it right. And everyone in the program is representing it right. For the luxury group, we've seen that it's important to have really good copy because they're actually reading the copy about the home, about the views, about the area. So pay attention to your copy and maybe don't just like kind of copy and paste the same thing that you might do on some of your other listings. With some detail into the home and what makes it unique. Oftentimes there is like custom built things that are good to point out in the home. Another piece that we talk about in the training, it's like a whole hour of the training. They talk about telling the story of the home. So the way in which you would organize your photos and then turning on like the fireplace and the water fountains and the TVs to create this lifestyle feel in the home so that people can envision themselves walking through and being in that home and living in that home. And then some of that's going to translate through in your copy because it's about the emotional connection more so than the price point, right? People are willing to pay that higher price point because of the emotional connection to uniqueness, the craftsmanship, the personality of the home, the environment, the area, the community.
So that's something that I can help you guys with as well. So for example, on Craig's listing, I helped him with his marketing remarks. And then inside the home, we had, from the seller's point of view, a favorite parts of the neighborhood and a favorite parts of the home, as well as feature cards to highlight some of the things that were important.
So you guys have an amazing asset in your brokerage that a lot of brokerages don't have, and that's Robin. And I would lean on her often. Another thing is including floor plans and site plans. They tend to be bigger homes. A site plan is very important for if it's a big property. I think floor plans should be included in all home listings just in general. I like the floor plans. It helps a buyer, especially now that we're not maybe seeing the home in person as often or at all maybe in Washington. It helps you be able to visualize where the space and envision yourself living there.
A lot of, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So a lot of buyers in Pierce County that are luxury aren't from Pierce County. And so a lot of times when you hire someone to do your Matterport, they can also do a floor plan for an additional cost that you can add to your marketing as well. It's worth the time for sure.
Oh yeah, they have the fun floor plans as well, like the interactive ones.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes to 3D virtual tours and Matterports. It doesn't have to be Matterport. Matterport is like the Kleenex of virtual tours. And I think they're big in your area, so they should be easy to order in your area. But there's other virtual tour companies that you can use as well. Those are really good, as well as video content for your luxury home. Because again, the video content, it's all about that lifestyle component. Some partnerships that we have. So what you get when you become a ONE Luxe member, the first thing you get is access to the ONE Luxe Design Studio. So it's a platform. I think you all might be familiar with Canva. It's very much just like Canva, but it houses everything ONE Luxe. And if we have time today, I'm happy to kind of just show you through that. Or I have a 10-minute overview video that I can send to Robin and she can share it with everyone. But in there, it's social media posts, stories, digital ads, banner ads for your LinkedIn, Facebook, your blogs, newsletters, email signatures. There's posts like real estate tips, and you can take them, you can customize it all to yourself, or you can just use them as is. Flyers, coming soon is magazine ads, full page ads, quarter page, third page, as well as.
Unfortunately, we can't do any coming soon. It's a violation of the Northwest Multiples rules, so we can't do any pre-marketing.
Great. When I wrote coming soon, I meant coming soon to the platform, are magazine and postcard templates, but you will see coming soon in the platform as well. And the cool thing about this platform is this is actually a really cool piece. So let me just see if I can show it to you, if you don't mind. Would that be okay, Robin?
Yeah, of course. We'd love to see it.
Okay, so this is the ONE Luxe dashboard you guys all have access to. These are things I've created, so I have my own designs. When you click on create design, yours initially will be empty because you haven't created designs. You see a bunch of categories: branding, listing, marketing, testimonials, inspiration, Facebook stories, ONE Luxe certificates. You can print this out, put it in your office, a full listing presentation that's customizable. Just a ton of stuff. You can go through that, as well as all of our partners linked out below. So this is like your one portal for everything ONE Luxe. Well, they'll always be linked out through here. But let's go to listing marketing and actually bring up a coming soon, which I know is not allowed, but I'll show you what's so cool about this platform is, I guess we can use this one. You click on a design that you like, and you could type in an MLS number and it can bring up the details of the property or an address. I don't know one in Tacoma. If you have one off the top of your head, I can add it here, but it'll bring up the details of the property and images, and you can select them to just import into your design. If you don't do that, then you'll just create it from scratch. Select the designer, and we put different titles on here, like coming soon, in escrow, just listed, just sold, private listing, whatever it might show, just to show you all different how you can change up the designs, but it's not to be intended only for coming soon. What you do here is we can just click on the, come on in. Why isn't it letting me edit it? It's not uploading. Of course.
It's okay. It's
So just
Monday of Tuesdays.
I know, just how it does this every time you do a live demo. Just how I changed listed, you can change coming to just. So it could say just listed. You can add the property here. If I would have typed something into the MLS, it would have just automatically put the information here, and then it automatically drops in your brokerage logo. So this would say Realty One Group Turnkey, but you can change it, change your logo, because you'll have your own logos uploaded into your platform. What you do from here is you can save it and you can download as PNG, JPEG, and then share it out to your social channels or add it to your newsletters, whatever you might want to do with it. You could share it directly from this platform, but I don't recommend that because it links it back to the partner. You know, behind the scenes, it'll say like a Maxo or a ONE Luxe branding site, and it's just cleaner if you just upload directly onto your page. Something fun that if you guys have teams in your, or if you co-list or work with another agent that you can do. Oh, I think it's my internet because I can't even go back to the home page.
It's thinking about it.
I know. Is I can actually share this. So say I work really closely with Robin.
This is something we do pretty often in Canva if you're doing what I think. So if you share stuff with me in Canva or on the ONE Luxe dashboard, if you've made edits and you're not sure if they look right, or you need something resized, or there's something obscuring the logo, or you don't get the layers, if you share it with me, I can edit it, and then you can download the edited copy in real time, is my guess?
Yeah. So if you share this with someone, the thing is you have to put their actual email. So you would put the user's email, and then when they log in, if I shared it with Robin, this would show up on her dashboard, and it'd be a shared template that we can use. She can make those edits. So in here, I can all share the recording that kind of shows everything that you can do. But if you guys are familiar with Canva, then it's perfect. You understand the gist of it. It's Canva, but for everything's templated for One Luxe. And we just recently added the listing. So now your listing should be flowing in there. We can make sure for ROG Turnkey. And
You
we're,
want to try one?
yeah, sure.
So I just sent you one of Craig's luxury listings, the MLS number.
Oh, cool. We're working on print marketing too. So that's going to get added in here. Right now it's all digital and social stuff, but I just approved like a bunch of designs. Oh, I think I could just do the MLS number, right? 74. Oh, we got it, right? There's two, which is odd, but so it brought in.
This is the right one because the other one was canceled because we put it in the fall. So
Okay.
this is the correct one. This is the updated one.
So sometimes it's good to just select all so that you can play with them later. Going to the new designer, although I'm a little bit better at the old designer. Of course. What the heck, man? All right, well.
This is also something too where like something that we offer our agents, Taylor, is that I design anything that they need. And Rachel and I will send stuff out for them. So we'll make templates and then share them with them on Canva. And then our agents will edit the marketing remarks or upload new pictures or what have you. And then after that, I will send them the design and make sure it's approved. That way they can download it in real time. Same thing with One Luxe, if not more so. Like if you're worried about it not looking right, don't sweat it. I know the One Luxe standards. We can make sure we adhere to them.
That's fantastic. It's not working right now, but what should be happening is it would prop up the design that I have, and I'll work with this team and see what's going on. And maybe it's just my internet. And then you can choose the images and they'll drop them in there. But again, you have Robin as a resource. So I guess the most important thing is any of these, everything is editable. So you can change all of this out. And from like just listed to just sold to open house to coming soon or not coming soon to whatever else you're able to list it as in your area.
It's hilarious. All of us wish we could do coming soon.
It's getting stricter and stricter in every market coming soon. Like there's something in California that they can do, but there's like a loophole because Compass uses it often, but I think they're getting stricter on coming soon as well.
The loophole in Washington is if it's new construction and it hasn't been built yet, then you can advertise it before it's on market. But as far as like residential or luxury homes, you will get fined for that.
Okay. Well, it's good that you brought up new construction because this partner right here, I'm getting a lot of questions about new construction, and a lot of the One Luxe agents are having more and more opportunity to present to builders and developers to represent their, because a lot of times new construction tends to be luxury. And Box Brownie is a great partner that I can connect you with if you have that opportunity to present to a builder or developer, but there's also assets on the One Resource Guide. They do so much more than just editing the like twilight here and the lines and the colors of a photo. They also are fantastic partners for floor plans, site plans. They can do virtual tours. And specifically for new construction and your coming soons, they can do renders. So oftentimes a builder developer will have an idea or a plan of what the home is going to, I mean, typically they have a blueprint, right? Of what the home is going to be built as, and then the different options of like the type of flooring or the granite for the countertops. And they're actually able to render it all, make it a virtual tour of a home that's not built, and the buyer can walk through and choose the different finishings. And you having that in your back pocket, it's not cheap, but if you're winning an entire developer's site business, it's worth the investment for you to have that in your back pocket, not to tell the developer you're working with Box Brownie, but to say, I have a team who's able to do this. And using that in your listing presentation is a great way to win those listings.
We love Box Brownie. Box Brownie does an amazing job. It's something that a lot of our agents use when they do residential listings because, you know, a seller is selling their house, but they have kids and there's toys on the stairs and shoes under the coffee table. Box Brownie can actually edit those things out, but keep in mind that we do have to be honest in our advertising, and that includes in luxury. So if you do, let's say, a render of something, like you can't take out any telephone wires, or you know, you've got to make sure that it's still honest to what the property is without, if you're suggesting that's the way the property currently looks.
Yeah. Are you allowed, if we go back to a home that is ideal for a luxury investor or buyer because it's in a luxury community, but it's a little bit torn down, if someone felt like this qualifies for One Luxe, are they able to do renderings of what the home could be as long as they have the fine print that says, like, are they able to do that in Washington?
I believe you're not able to post those on your listing with the Northwest Multiple, but you are legally allowed to use those in advertising. So
I really like
you
that.
kind of got to,
I think that
Sarah?
You can upload them as a supplement. You can't put them in as an image as far as I know, but you can do a rendering or a drawing, like a
As a
sketch
supplement.
is what they sometimes call them. Yeah.
So when you're doing land, you can add a render to your listing as a proposed property, but when it's already built and it's residential or luxury, like Sarah said, you've got to add it as a supplement.
Awesome. I see
Thank you, Sarah.
a lot of agents doing that in different areas, and I think it's a really good way to market a home that might need some more work, just to show like what the possibilities are. Because oftentimes you know, you guys are in real estate and you can walk in a home and be like, oh my gosh, this home has so much potential. But someone who's not in real estate, not walking through a lot of homes and doesn't have that eye, it's like, oh, we can't do anything with this home. We wouldn't even know what we would do here. So it's helpful sometimes to have those types of renderings. Another partner we have is Real Marketing. They're really our print partner. We worked with them from the beginning in developing the One Luxe brand. They do our business cards. So there's a link to them through the One Luxe portal, and you can work directly with them in email, phone, or through their form online. Personally, they are better at like phone and email and one-to-one interaction than ordering things online. But they do business cards. They do the market reports. I might have an example of the market reports. They would work with you and you would talk about what your brand look kind of is. So what represents the Tacoma area and you as a real estate agent, and incorporate in the assets of One Luxe to create a custom look for you. For market reports, postcard, they have these giant books. If you have like, you know, multi or $1 million+ properties, they're a good print marketing partner. You work directly with a designer. They also edit all of your copy. They can mail everything out for you. They can offer you mailing lists as well. And the quality is just really good. It's thick. It's something that someone's not just going to grab and throw away.
We have examples at the office and they are stunning. And also, just so you guys know, anything that's designed through Real Marketing does not need my approval. Like, that's corporate. Corporate's cool with it. I'm cool with it. You're all good.
Awesome. I'm glad you have examples in the office, because that's like the best way to talk about print marketing. Another thing we have is through D-Signs, our trusted sign company. We have a special link that's only available in the One Luxe portal where you can order One Luxe yard signs. This is just one example of it. We also have the circle. You can add your image to it. You can add other things to the sign. They'll just route it through the brand department for approval, and we're just looking for proper use, making sure your brokerage is represented on there, yourself as an agent, and the One Luxe brand.
The only thing I would say is if you work directly with Real Marketing, just make sure to let them know that we're not a part of the board of realtors, so we can't have the little R on our designs.
They make it so difficult. And a new partner that we have, you can find them through the marketplace, is Elite Content Collective. And what I got asked the most over the last year of launching One Luxe is, do you have a content partner? I want to build out my blog. I want to just be able to have more content available. And so this is what this company does. You have license-free library of content. They're supposed to only put 4 new blog posts a month, but they've been putting in like 6 to 7 of them a month. And you see this image right here. You'll see create your own backyard oasis. And you'll be able to download a full blog post where there'll be highlighted sections that you just edit, and you edit to your area. So it looks like you wrote this post. It's like having a ghostwriter. They give you a social post, and they give you Instagram story posts so that you can share it on your Instagram, your Facebook, add this as an article to your LinkedIn, write it on your blog, or if you send out newsletters, you can add it to your newsletter. That's what we're seeing people do with it. And it's just providing you additional high quality copy just to nurture, to engage your clientele. So they have a 30-day free trial. You can click through the marketplace to get started with that. And then I think it's like $39 a month for Realty One Group. It's $50 if you go outside of the marketplace. So that's the program and all of our partners. I think the last thing I would show is if I can pull back up, the Institute. Again, I mentioned that once you complete the training, you automatically become a member of the Institute. This is really important. There's a few things I would do, and they talk about it in the training, is get started with developing your directory page. So mine is all incomplete because I'm not an agent, but name, contact, photo, the markets you serve. They talk about the importance of listing the markets you serve. You don't want to just say like the whole state of Washington. You want to be specific, because if these agents in here, which are from other brands, are also from Realty One Group, they're from independents, they're across the country, internationally as well. If they have a client that they want to refer to someone to a specific area in Washington, they're going to look for someone who serves that market, not just the whole state. So it's important to be specific and understand the area that you're going after for your luxury business. Have your website, social media posts, your biography and testimonials uploaded in here, because this is a great way to network. We talked about your network is your net worth. They also added a new social media kind of like messaging component in here. So you can join different groups and talk about specific topics. Maybe it's negotiations, listing presentations, creative ways to hold open houses. Some agents have talked about like, partnering with an artist and holding an art gallery within the home. So some of these creative things that happen in the luxury space that you might not do in the non-luxury space get talked about right here. In your member benefits, you can click on Access Member Benefits. And this is a new look from last time. So it shows you what's free inside. Here's going to be the training. But I wanted to, oh my goodness, this is all brand new. This is perfect. Sorry, I'm like excited. They reorganized it and it just kind of guides you through what you're looking for. So if you're looking for market insights, like market reports, you can grab them here. They develop them for you. If you're looking to network, if you're looking for trainings, for marketing, you kind of saw that category. And free is, you get free membership to Ace Social, this book, Kiss, Bow, and Shake Hands, which is really important for international clientele, which you guys might have a lot of in Washington. So
we do have a fair chunk for sure, especially in Seattle, not so much in Tacoma.
Okay. This is a wealth lookup. With your membership, you get 100 free lookups for wealthy individuals. It gives you a lot of information about them. So you can use that for some of your advertising. They have relationships. I'm thinking it's in the marketing section. With Club Corp as well, and Wall Street Journal and Mansion Global, where you get about 25% off advertising in case you wanted to advertise a property in there. So there's a ton of benefits through the Institute. Another reason why we chose this partnership, not only are they just really knowledgeable in the space and kind of like on the cutting edge of it, and with all the luxury partnerships that they have, but they offer this platform. There's one in here that is important, and it's Proxio Pro. Do you know, Robin, that may be putting you on the spot, but with your MLS, are you guys integrated with Proxio Pro, or is there
I don't think so
there?
Our MLS is one of the hardest to work with in the country. Like, we don't have a list hub either.
I know, that's what brought me that up. I'm like, I was hoping that would work for you guys. You also have access to the member logos in here, and there's a template for a press release and things to announce yourself as an Institute member as well as CLHMS. So you guys, I talked a ton for a whole hour. I'm sorry for taking up so much time, but I really hope it was helpful.
It was so helpful. Thank you so much, my dear. We appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That was awesome. I just wanted to say,
Yeah, good class.
if you are feeling right now that this is like, above you, or you're feeling, like this is overwhelming, or you're feeling like the imposter syndrome, like, well, I'm not a luxury broker. Well, my suggestion would be like, start acting like a luxury broker before you're a luxury broker, right? So if you're a buyer's agent and you're like, oh, I don't need a pre-listing packet, I'm not a listing agent. Well, if you get a listing appointment tomorrow and you don't have your listing appointment already, well, guess what? You're going to stay not being a listing agent because you weren't acting like a listing agent before you were a listing agent. And the same thing goes for being a luxury agent. So maybe consider planning out one of your future commissions and blocking in and budgeting that money to just start by taking a luxury class and getting all this amazing content, because you're never going to be a luxury agent unless you start acting like it and preparing for it ahead of time. Just take this little bit of money and invest it into just taking the luxury class, get luxury certified. And don't worry, you don't even have to worry about all the rest. Just start there. And then you are so much better prepared when that luxury listing comes up, because what you don't want to have happen is somebody call you and say, hey, you helped me buy a home a while ago and now my parents want to sell their home on the Puget Sound. Do you do luxury listings? And you'd be like, sure. You don't want that to be the answer, right? So start acting like it before you are one, and shake off the imposter syndrome, and be the agent now that you want to be later. So that would just be my advice to people is don't think of yourself as a buyer's agent or just somebody who sells in South Tacoma. Think of yourself as the agent you want to be.
Isaac's breaking up, unfortunately, but his point is, don't wait till the last minute. The best preparation is to act as though you're already filling those shoes. If you guys need any help or need examples, we have a bunch of them. I'm happy to assist.
I loved that advice. And that's really why we built that program in that kind of like 2-tier system. Is it's not about like, hey, let's go find who's luxury agent and build something just for them. It's how can we build a program that just it's an opportunity for everyone, anyone who's interested to just go through that training, make that initial commitment, and then build your business to become luxury. And we've seen a lot of agents since we launched in May of last year who started off and their transactions didn't qualify for CLHMS, and over the last 6 months they've been able to qualify, and that's really rewarding for them.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Taylor. I really appreciate it. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. I can always get a hold of Taylor too if it's out of my depth. Rachel will be able to assist as well. So just give us a shout if you need anything.
Awesome. Thank you.